Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I am Franchise Pearson, and welcome again to my channel. It is the 18th of September of 2025. I have exactly 4 p.m. Let's say it together. Praise God from whom all blessings flow. I had an emergency, had to run to my son's school to take care of some paperwork issues, so I hadn't been myself today. Anyway, just pray for me and just trying to make sure everything's okay in terms of financial aid. It's kind of rough. They're changing procedures. And every time I think I got it done right, it's always something else. But anyway, people, a lot going on. You guys know I did a video earlier. It was brief. It was bugging me. And I don't know how I came up with that connection with the Wright brothers. Check that last video with the Wright brothers. I took the date. I accidentally hit 2003. And I subtracted it from today, and it showed 47 and 79. 47 is Trump, and 79 is Trump's age. And I just had the freeze. I was messed up in the head. I couldn't go any further with the video. I haven't even read you guys' comments. Before I go any further, yes, this is an Express shirt. Express shirt. I've talked about it before, but I get these emails. Pearson, you're supporting the X. People, there's a company called Express. I'm sure they're nationwide. They have these fire sales every now and then, and I bought a whole lot of shirts last year. This is one of them. Pretty shirt. It looks like an X, but it's, I don't know, some type of leaf. I don't know, but I'm not the devil. So anyway, people, in that video that I produced earlier, it was in relation to the flight, about President Trump being in flight. And I just couldn't get myself together, so I had to end the video, as you guys saw. It was like 11-minute video. Well, today, I just saw something. I just got out of the meeting for my son, and I saw what Mark had published. And let me show you this here. This straight off the press, right? This just came out. Check this out.
Thanks for the great info. This was 3 minutes ago. Hydraulic issue forces Marine One to take unplanned landing in UK airfield. Go figure. The clown show goes on. The clown show goes on. Video on my backup channel. Gaza takeover is done. They cut the communications, and they're moving in there.
So the hydraulics in the helicopter was forced to land. Isn't that something? Trump helicopter forced to land. You know what I think they're doing? I think they're giving us bits and pieces and hints. If it's not somebody getting stabbed, it's somebody being unalive through a weapon, or it's a plane crash. Have you noticed the trend? That's the trend, people. They're trying to, and maybe that's why today I had this hiccup when I did the video. Watch the last video I did. It's something to behold. The numbers just hit, and maybe God is just utilizing me to let you guys, a forewarning that, hey, it's coming. The unalive of Trump is real. It's going to happen. Now, the other day, one of my followers, and I thank the lady for doing it, she sent me an email about a lady who's overseas. Her show is called Soldier of Jesus Christ. And what happened was that my follower said, hey, Pearson, this person mentions you in her video. Again, one of my followers, one of my subscribers sent me an email saying, Pearson, there's a YouTuber that follows you, and she mentions you with the 5 C's, the clues, the codes, the colors, the carpet time conclusions. I'm like, okay, let me check it out. So I watched her, and the program is called Soldier of Jesus Christ. Please support her. But God gives her visions and stuff. I'm going to let you listen to her video. Then I'm going to read to you some information, okay? Check it out.
I have been speaking about Satan and Trump. I have been saying that Trump is the agent of Satan. He is a deceiver. Also, I have been saying that the enemy wants war. I told you in my videos, I saw dark clouds upon America, I saw dark clouds upon Europe. I said enemy wants violence, they want war, they want economic war, they want violence in the nations. I'm not just talking about wars between countries, I'm talking about wars within nation. Enemy wants to set people against each other. They want to bring chaos. So let's go to Trump. I have been saying that The Economist magazine sometimes posts some very interesting details. And I always tell you, enemies, they communicate. The Society of Freemasons and Illuminati, how they gonna communicate to each other? They don't have, most probably, one person calling all those millions of Freemasons, Illuminati, and telling them the plans.
So you see, she's well versed the end time. You know, God did say in the last days He pour out His Spirit everywhere. So yeah, shout out to Soldier of Jesus Christ. I will put her video in the description and you can subscribe, okay? Check her out. Beautiful woman of God. The Lord has been giving her prophecies and revelations. And I believe she said the Lord called her to the ministry in 2022. I want to read you some information that she sent me when I reached out to her. She said, God started giving me visions from 2022 about many things, and I could not comprehend everything as I am away from politics and things happening in U.S. But then recently He led me to your channel. And when I saw you speak about Ra, about Trump's deception, about JFK, Golden Age, and how they communicate through numbers, I said, finally, the Lord, I see what you are trying to tell me. So God had been giving her bits and pieces of all this stuff that I've been teaching for about 5 years now. Isn't God good? And because I have this channel, God led her to my channel by His Holy Spirit, and now she can put it together what she's been seeing it since 2022. Ain't that something? That's what she's saying. She says, I am only learning the gifts of the Lord gave me. I have a friend. I'll let the train go past. She said, I have a friend, and the Lord told her it is time for the enemies to fulfill their vows to Satan. Meaning Satan is demanding from them what they promised him. People who were given power by Satan and finances and positions, they promised many things to Satan, and one of them is sacrifices. God is warning us because when those evil people who have power will start fulfilling their vows to Satan, many calamities will happen. Isn't that something? So this is what our friend had. So yeah, people, we're in that day. And I've been saying something similar. I do believe it's time to pay up. This is the Phoenician move of old. Back in the day with the Phoenicians, the way it works. When you worship Balak, Malak, Baal, and Satan, and they give you prominence like power, money, wealth, land, positions, at some time they want you to sacrifice something for them. If they have a secret society worldwide, this would explain why worldwide we're seeing all these so-called situations. Ships running into bridges. The last couple of years, everything's crazy. So this got to be the latter/the last days. You see what I'm trying to say? That's why I don't believe all these news things is coming on. I mean, the last 3 days been off the chain. Unalive here, unalive there, and then they ain't catch nobody. All these stories, they're seeding the atmosphere with fear because it's time to pay up. People, this devil worship is real. There are a lot of people who have made millions of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars, millions of dollars, and gotten serious positions because they have given their soul to Satan. And we're catching hell as saints of God. And people are catching hell in general. And so it's no limit as to what kind of hell you're going to catch. So we got to be covered in the blood. But I wanted to present that to you. Let me see what else I have here. So yeah, that's something about that helicopter, isn't it? Now, let me say this. I brought a video on yesterday about Barack Obama, him speaking in relation to what Trump has been doing. And Barack Obama basically said, look, this type of division and these different philosophies, I didn't bring them to my White House. No longer did I use the law in the White House to come against people. Well, I showed you guys in yesterday's video, they're really one of the same. Now, I want you to listen to Barack Obama here. Check this out.
So, obviously, I didn't know Charlie Kirk. I was generally aware of some of his ideas. I think those ideas were wrong.
Listen to the crowd response to that.
But that doesn't negate the fact that what happened was a tragedy and that I'm more...
They start cheering. They're cheering for his death, as you can see right here.
So do you think the people were cheering for his death? Or were they cheering for that Barack Obama was making a statement that Trump's, well, people's response, Obama's response about how Trump is managing things. It might have been a mixture of both. Tell me what you think. Now that makes me segue into this. And I should have done a video like this long time ago. Then again, I might have mentioned it. Are you noticing a lot of famous people in all of our industries are just disappearing for whatever reason? Jimmy Fallon, ring a bell? Jimmy Fallon. Now, Jimmy Fallon has got arguably in the top 3, I guess, late night talk show, where he just said some questionable things about Charlie Kirk. And now his show is, they're using the word, some people saying indefinitely, some people say he's fired. Well, the guy makes millions of dollars a year. I think he makes like $11 million a year, something like that. But people, Jimmy Fallon made some statements. You can go online and listen to it. I'm not going to play it. I got to protect my gift. I got to protect the channel. A lot of you probably heard the statement that he made. And my question is, as a seasoned talk show host, he's got to know what's going to upset the advertisers. You learn the job. Some of it is OJT. You study your craft. And they didn't say suspension. They just said, hey, he's indefinitely or terminated. Either way. What do you think? You got Jimmy Fallon. I can go through a list of famous people who all of a sudden either died or lost their job or just retiring. My question is, where are they going? And questionably, how can I put this? I'm not convinced, but allegedly, they're disappearing. Allegedly, people are leaving for a reason. Just pay attention. A lot of people are just leaving. Rosie O'Donnell has been in Canada for a while, right? This has been going on for a few years. But I need to get a list and do a YouTube special on that. What do you think is going on? Then they got the United Nations thing going on right now. In was that the what was it, the Netherlands? I think I did last week. Anyway, they're overseas. Trump is overseas. Obama, I heard, is going to Britain soon. Have you heard famous people in all walks of life either dying or leaving for whatever reason? I don't believe the Jimmy Fallon story. I think it's more to it. One of the famous lines of some of the people who do YouTube, they say, Pearson, they go into the bunker. You know, some people out in life, they worship Satan. And I'm not saying that Satan knows every little thing on God's timetable, but he's the one doing the mischief. Comprende? So he's got to know cause and effect. And you and I are seeing the signs. And like I said in the video earlier, for some reason, when I turned on the video earlier, a litany of last day videos, rapture, second coming of Christ, WW3, all of them. Like, wow, just overwhelmed. Like, which? So I didn't check out none of them because you can get rapture fatigue. Not that that's a bad thing, but so many people on YouTube talking about the rapture. And I'm like, wow, you know, either God's pouring out their spirit or people are jumping on the bandwagon. Either way, hear me out. Let me know what you think in the chat. Have you seen or noticed that there are a lot of different reasons why people are just leaving? Jimmy Fallon is because of what he said about Charlie Kirk. And let me say this to you. When I said earlier, let me read this to you. You will be able to gauge the response from the people once Trump is unalived by the current response we're seeing about Charlie Kirk. You understand what I'm saying? What I'm telling you right now, and I've already said in other videos this time last week, that Charlie Kirk is Trump in that spiritual sense. I believe it's a warm-up to the big one. And all over the internet, just like the rapture, there has not been a day I have not gone on social media and somebody's claiming to either get fired from a job, or they're breaking up from their spouse, or they're leaving their church, all because of Charlie Kirk. I'm like, what's going on in the world, right? You said something at your job about Charlie Kirk, you got fired. What? Come on now, is it a thing now? People, I think this is all exaggerated, and I think this is hype from the media / the powers. I'm gonna say it again. I don't believe this stuff. I believe that they're hyping this stuff up because they're getting us saturated that when the big one happened, when Donald J. Trump was unalive, we already went into a subtle hysteria about Charlie Kirk. That's all I got to say about it, people. What an evil time. But one thing I know, they're consistent in their preparation. They're consistent in how they mass things before they deliver it. And it's getting redundant. If you ask me, it's getting redundant. You can almost say, okay, I've seen that before. Here's the sequel. I've seen that before. Here's the sequel. I've seen that before. Here's the sequel. Different person, different time, different subject, same trend. And I want you to see it. But most of all, I don't want you to fear. I want you to understand, Satan got a playbook. Oh yeah, he do. He got a playbook. And just like today, I just showed you that video. Wow. Trump's helicopter having hydraulic issues. Well, people, I checked a few weeks ago, Trump got 2 helicopters. I think that they're gradually feeding us stuff. So when the real thing happens, we can say, wow, the helicopter had issues. In general, airlines has issues. Since January 29th of this year, if you notice, and I would out-argue anybody on this one. Since January 29th of this year, we've had more airplane crashes in a short period of time than any other time since I've been watching the news. And so we've had just a few over the last maybe few months, but now they got hydraulic issues with Trump's helicopter. Forced to land, take another one. That's a message. But again, who knows how they'll unalive him. But they're throwing multiple scenarios at us. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Let me know in the comment section how you feel. Because this is crazy. This is crazy. And again, don't forget to check out the lady I just presented to you. Soldier of Jesus Christ. Soldier of Jesus Christ. Please check out her channel.
I'm not just talking about wars between countries. I'm talking about wars within nation. Enemy wants to set people against each other.
So she had the same visions I have, same dreams, same revelation God been giving me. And it's harmonizing with the New Testament says, in the last days, there'll be wars and rumors of wars, mothers against daughters, sons against fathers, kingdom against kingdom, nation against nation. Strife, endless. This is the atmosphere that Satan operates under. But most of all, it's the last days. And everybody who has secretly made an oath to Satan, they now have to deliver. And what are they delivering? America as a gift. They're delivering America as a gift to Satan. It's the last days. God love you. God keep you. I'll put this video out soon. I'll do another a little bit later. God bless you. Thank you for watching the show. Amen.